your way next on EA Sports.
What better way to start off the afternoon than with some football, huh? It's time to get things started here on the NFL on EA Sports. Thanks for joining. Chad Ryland will have the honor of getting us started, and we're underway in Atlanta. Return starts at the 3. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. So out have the Falcons for their first possession. And they're brought out by the 10th pick of the 2024 draft, a national champion at Michigan, J.J. McCarthy.
Sure feels like the bye week came at a perfect time for him and his team as well. Right smack dab in the middle of the season, giving everybody some time to rest, recharge mentally, and really get yourself energized, Kate, to attack the rest of this regular season, starting with this contest.
And he found some running room for a nice gain. Pickup of 8 on the run, and that sets up 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They'll get 31 yards on the play. And the Falcons will have a first.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
1st and 10. Here's McCarthy. He gets it complete to Kenneth Walker.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss. The Texans bringing out an extra DB. 3rd down coming up. On play action now, McCarthy. He's taking a shot towards the end. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Texans force the turnover on the first series of this game. Wow, what an exciting start to this game, Brock. Apologies to the former QB and you. It's not an opening drive touchdown, but an interception instead.
Yeah, exciting for one side. That would be the defense. Demoralizing for the other side as an offense. First salvo, listen, it goes to the defense. And now it really sets the stage for what I love and what you love, Kate. In this game of adjustments, in the game of back and forth, who's going to respond next?
So now it's the Texans' turn to take the field for the first time. And they'll be led out by their 3rd-year signal caller.
And when we look back at last week's win, Kate, pretty easy to see those 4 touchdowns. A lot more of an impact on the game than the 1 interception he threw. Wasn't quite perfect. I'm sure that pick will nag at him, but you'd welcome an encore of everything else he was doing in that ball game.
Able to hit home, complete. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Here's 2nd and 2. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. And he's there to send that one away, incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And what will they dial up on 3rd and short? He'll look to throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled for a short gain.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or 2 short for the first down.
The Texans set to punt. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And little to nothing on that return as the coverage team gets to him. The Falcons and their QB, J.J. McCarthy, returning to the field on offense. And you always got to watch him when you're down near the red zone. He is sitting 2nd right now among all NFL quarterbacks in rushing touchdowns. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. Jukes one defender. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a pickup of 26. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Texans take over on his 5th interception of the season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
Now we'll see the Houston offense for their second drive of the contest. And they haven't gotten their legs under them on offense just yet, Brock. 3 plays and a punt on their opening drive. Here's Breece Hall on the ground for the first time. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
They go play action on first. An alert play defensively there. Got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it second down. Looking for a throw here. That one's on the mark. Jacoby Myers. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Texans are going to have a first down. Throwing from the gun here. Taken in by Harrison. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And it sets up a Houston first. From the red zone now. This one's caught. And it looks like he went out of bounds right at that 7-yard line. 2nd and 6 coming up here. They are throwing it again. Has it in close. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Throwing now from the gun. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop it. And the defense comes through to back them up ahead of 4th down.
Sometimes I wish everybody could feel what that feels like. When you're a QB and you just feel the air in the pocket getting sucked out and you know there's no escape, it can be just one heck of a deflating feeling. Not for that defense who puts a sack on the board. Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Here's a return from the 7. He's stopped on the return at the 27. Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. And Brock, they are not up to a good start. 2 drives, 2 giveaways. I think they could call this a win if this drive just doesn't end in a turnover.
Yeah, there's got to be some voices of calm within this offense to play smart, not scared. Play smart and take care of the football, but you can't be scared to make a mistake, or typically one will follow.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Pretty obvious, this defense, man, they need more people around the line of scrimmage. But the minute you do that, Kate, start opening up those throwing lanes. This is how balance takes apart a defense.
Now go with Walker on the counter. He's got a gain of 6 there. Sidney Brown in on that stop. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 47-yard line.
McCarthy operating from the pistol. He fires one deep down the middle. Oh, no, they get him yet again. And the Texans are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. Oh, man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
Airing it out to start this drive. Hall there to haul it in. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. He's got Harrison. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you can take a lick at any time.
And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And the Texans are going to have a first down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. He gets this one to Myers. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. From the 36. Gets this one to Harrison. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. They motion the tight end over. To throw here on 1st down. Harrison secures this left side. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. He's got it. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
He's got it.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular, when the back ended up being the target, and they were able.
Welcome back. Time for our 2nd quarter. The Texans with a chance to score. They've got a man in motion. From the gun on 3rd down. And that finds him in the end zone for the Houston touchdown. The Texans pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chance for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
That one right down the middle. And the Texans make it a 10-point ball game. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Fielded at the 7. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Falcons ready for their next possession. And Brock, I know the goal is always points every drive, but I think just as big a goal, got to play clean football here. You cannot give it away for a 3rd consecutive possession.
Yeah, we call that rebuilding some confidence in yourself as a group, right? Just to execute without the mistakes. Pros, you can shake off a turnover with ease, but back-to-back, even the seasoned vets have a little trouble getting past that.
This is Walker on 2nd. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, McCarthy. off for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. New set of downs for him from the 46.
First down. First and 10 at the 46.
Walker on first down. And this defense offering no room at all up the gut there. No gain. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. Second and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Brings up second and 10 at the
Motioning the tight end now. Second and 10 now. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down at the 36.
This really isn't a route designed for a lot of yards, Kate. You're just trying to get a small handful and move on to the next down. Stay in rhythm. But anytime you can work some magic after the catch and stretch it out, those are welcome bonus yards.
And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there. And the Falcons will have a first.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Slot receiver headed left. On first down, they'll run. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. All right, set now, first and 10.
That's another Falcons.
Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Second down now, 7 to go.
Brings up second and 7 at the Texans 17.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. He's got it at the 6. And they'll advance this down to the 5-yard line. They'll break the huddle and come up on first and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Toss play, this is Walker. And they're all over him again. He's dropped at the line of scrimmage. They'll try again from the 4. It's second and goal.
Leads to second and goal at the 4-yard line.
McCarthy looking to throw. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's on the move. And they will score. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons start to fight back with their first points of this game. J.J. McCarthy, the touchdown. That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. Starting from the 5. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Texans headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
They give on second to Hall. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Trent McDuffie getting there for the stop. And it's a dime look from the Falcons now. Third down coming. Now looking to throw. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Setting up a throw. Has him on the quick hitter. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. From the gun, it's Hall. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Third and a lone yard coming up. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
They'll throw on first. It's Dotson on the catch. And they take him down right along the 30. Nice spot here for the offense. It's second and 1. They'll put one of the tight ends in motion. From the 30 on second down. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Complete to number 7. An 8-yard pickup. First down, Texans.
Putting a receiver in motion. Trying to throw here out of the gun. And he's in! Touchdown, Houston! The Texans make it a 9-point advantage. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. So an absolutely beautiful throw there, finding his man in space who turns it into 6.
Yeah, they really took advantage there, Kate, of some soft coverage. You want that on that corner route. Plenty of space for that route to develop. Great execution, and it pays off with the touchdown.
That one right down the middle. And the Texans make it a 10-point ball game. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Here's a return from the 7. In pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. That score made it 17-7, but they can cut it back to a one-score game here. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They gain 14 on the play. And it's good for an Atlanta first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now it's McCarthy. Complete over the middle. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line. Now the Falcons trying to get everyone up and set here. Oh, brother, it's another interception. And the Texans get it back on his 6th interception of the season. Well, Brock, it has been a special day for this defense when it comes to forcing turnovers. Big play after big play, and that is their 4th interception of this contest.
Special for the defense and an absolute nightmare for a quarterback. 1 interception, it sticks with you all week long. But throwing 4, he probably wishes he could be anywhere else on earth other than this field right now.
Toward the sideline, and he's got it. He goes the distance. Touchdown, Houston! The Texans grow their lead just before halftime. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
That one splits the uprights. And the Texans take a 3-possession lead. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. He fields it from the 8. Now here come the Falcons on offense. They're trailing, but there's enough time, Brock, that they could get a scoring drive to attack that here before the break. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Moore's got it. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Throw is there for Jatavion Sanders. And he'll get this through midfield and starts pushing into Texans territory. Dell's got it near the sideline. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. They're now set for 1st and 10.
And the Falcons first down. 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
And they had that one contained right at the line. Devin Lloyd on the tackle. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. At the Texans
Throwing from the gun. Escapes the pocket. He's keeping it again. Timeout taken by the offense. They're 2nd. 4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. He's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1. The Falcons take a timeout to their final 1. From the shotgun, McCarthy. And he rips this one out and over the back of the end zone. Incomplete. Buckle up. It's 3rd and goal. Here's McCarthy to throw. Intercepted in the end zone. Devin Lloyd making the play. And the Texans will take over as this gets brought out to the 20-yard line.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness that every coach wants to see from his defense. Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
Well, no pushing the envelope, it appears, in what remains of this first half. He's going to take a knee and watch that time run out here. We've come to halftime. The Texans in unfriendly confines. But hey, they've got the lead. And with a push of a button, we say so long to the halftime report and jump right back to the start of the 3rd quarter. Here's Reichard set to kick this away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hall. Jukes out a 1-stop. And they can't chop to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. Only one play in, Brock, and this drive already to midfield. Looking right, and he finds him. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. From the 42. Short pass brought in. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. Markers reset, ball at the 37. Running back sent in motion left. Gets this one to Harrison. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down. Here's 2nd and 5. He's got Harrison. And he's able to take this one down to the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 6. 1st down, Texans.
He'll throw it yet again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Taken in by Harrison. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Field goal attempts coming here from Chad Ryland. He hit his first one. His second one's coming from inside of 40. Badgley able to knock it through. And that extends the lead to 20.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Returning it from the 4. Returns looking good so far. The tackle's made, so this drive will begin at the 3rd. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. McCarthy to throw it. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
Here we go, set. Hey.
From the shotgun, McCarthy. He finds Sanders. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2.
That's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Looking to throw, McCarthy. Oh no, they get him yet again. Dorian Williams makes the play. And he's gonna go. It's a pick 6. Thrown at the depth where linebackers coming to play in coverage, partner, and sure enough, one of them jumps it and takes it to the house.
You say that. You know what I think about? I think about the depth finder on my fishing boat. You're absolutely right. This is where these linebackers love to lurk and could do some serious damage.
That one right down the middle. And the Texans continue piling on to this lead. Fielded at the 7. And look at this return. And a good return here as he gets it out past the 35. Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. And like a swarm of hornets, the coverage has been everywhere this offense has tried to throw it. So many possessions lost to interceptions, as we're being reminded of right here.
Yeah, think about it from a pure mathematical perspective. That's as many as 24 to 20, even 32 points left on the table offensively. That's enough to win a brand new football game. Kept off the board by a secondary. You call them hornets, I call them dancing like a butterfly and stinging like a bee.
I love it.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Gets this to Sanders. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That's good for a Falcons first down.
They'll go play action here. It's McCarthy. Brought in right side. And he's tackled for no gain. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. Back to the air. McCarthy has him on the quick hitter. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. And the Texans go in nickel coverage, 3rd down. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Oh, brother, it's another interception. The Clemson rookie has it. And the Texans are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
You know, my dad was my old high school coach. He's a play caller. He's an offensive guy. And after days like this, and I remember one in particular, he'd say, son, some days peanuts, some days shells. This has been nothing but a bunch of shells for this quarterback today.
The Texans set up nicely as they come up to the line, 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Here's a throw. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down. Tight end in motion right. Here he is on 3rd and long. Completed over the middle. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks. Offense staying out there. It's 4th and 1. Back now, pressure on its way. He connects downfield on 4th. And he's taken down at the 30. What a call. They wind up with 12 on 4th down and pull off the conversion. They send the tight end in motion. They'll throw it again. Harrison secures this left side. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Still sticking with the passing game. This is hauled in by Myers. And he gets this forward to the 19. He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived. He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. They'll run here following the penalty. And it's a gain down to the 5-yard line. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that finds him in the end zone for the Houston touchdown. The Texans parlay the interception into points. Ryland now for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Texans grow their lead yet again.
Falcons 7.
All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Here's a return from the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Now outruns their offense to take over. And the last 2 drives have been teaching tape for that defense, Brock, and probably have earned this offense a lecture in the near future as well. Just haven't been able to take care of that football.
Yeah, I just kind of want to focus on those guys, everything they're doing on that side, because the humble pie this offense has eaten, it's been a tough watch.
Second down now, 7 to go. From the shotgun, McCarthy finds him over the middle. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
On the draw, it's Walker. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. To the line we go. They're set, first and 10.
That's another Falcons.
McCarthy looking to throw. Dell with the grab. And they get there to take him down right around the 41. After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. Here's Walker running right. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag.
Holding offense.
Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. Here's second and 11. Flushed out of the pocket. He can run it. Thankfully, only 1 quarter to play now. We reach. Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Here's McCarthy. Complete beyond the marker. And they bring him down around the 34. All set up now for first and 10.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
McCarthy throwing here. That's into the hands of Moore. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line.
15 yards on the play. And the Falcons first down.
They give up the gut to Walker. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now it's McCarthy. Finds Sanders. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up third.
Throwing on 3rd, McCarthy. He has the first over the middle. And this is down all the way to the 3. Might be trying to power this across, Brock. They've got 3 tight ends out there. It's 1st and goal. Looking to throw, McCarthy. And that one's incomplete, but boy, are they lucky it wasn't intercepted. That was a risky shot, but fortunately, they still have 2nd down coming up. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss. So now, here's 3rd and goal. From the shotgun, McCarthy has it in close. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. Reichert on for the point after. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons take a molehill off that mountain as they still trail by 27. Here's Reichert set to kick this away. Brings in the kick at the 9. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. The Texans and Marvin Harrison Jr. set for this next possession. And he hasn't been a stranger to the end zone this season. No, sir, including on their prior drive, Brock. A pretty important touchdown for him when you look at his season total. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
And not a lot of room for him as he's brought down. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. They go right back to Hall. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. 1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. Here's Hall once more. Escapes a defender. And he works this to the 38 before going down. They get an even 10 on that play. And it sets up a Houston first. New set of downs for him at the 38. First down, and they go right back to him. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Changing things up, they're going to throw now. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete. Just couldn't get it to Marvin Harrison Jr. there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Looking to the air here. Fits it through the middle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
A new set of downs awaits them. Here's 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. This throw is caught. And he's going to have the touchdown. We'll see if he gets to keep this, though, Brock. We've got some laundry on the field.
Pass interference. Defense.
So after some careful consideration, they're going to go ahead and decline the penalty. Ryland now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Texans tack on 7 more to their lead. All set now for the kickoff. Ryland with the honors. Return coming from the 6. This return makes it up to the 25. This offense ready to get going again now. And all game, they have struggled to attack this deficit. Maybe they can do a little window dressing here. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, it's McCarthy. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Great start to the drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just 1 play. Here's McCarthy, 1st and 10. Buys time, rolling right. He loses the football. And the Texans grab it.
Man, that run was looking so good for him, but you'll see QBs don't always tuck it away like running backs do. That was loose, ball away from his body in a prime position to be knocked free. That's exactly what happens once that defender catches him downfield.
This offense headed back to the field, led by their receiver. With touchdowns on their last 2 drives, Brock, they're playing some of their best offense here. Could they try for 3 in a row despite the lead? Let's find out. They'll start this one out with Hall. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
There's absolutely nothing he could do in that situation, okay? Defense broke through so quickly, they had him dead to rights soon after he got the ball in his hands.
Tight end going in motion here. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through, and that's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. The problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
So out now comes the punter. And this will be his second effort of the contest. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. No return on that punt. And the Falcons will take over. The offense headed back to the field. And they'll get one final chance in a game that, to put it mildly, Brock, has been a bit of a miserable experience for them. Throwing on first, it's McCarthy. Complete to Dell. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. He was hoping to get it to Tank Dell there. And now they face 2nd down. McCarthy to throw it. Connection made to Dell. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Falcons will have a first. Back to the air, McCarthy. Completed over the middle. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And the 3rd and short in your back pocket, and get even more aggressive and take that shot.
That one ends up a gain of 6. And it's good for an Atlanta 1st down. So the Texans come away with the road win. And they're able to run this winning streak to 3 as they have really caught fire recently. So for Brock Heward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. It's a win for the Texans as we say goodbye from Atlanta.